Welcome, dear hearts. Welcome. Welcome you to day 56 and introducing the second half of 111 days, Align and Shine. We're halfway there with Mary Jo. And I feel there's an amplification being invited for the next, yeah, to really, for myself to more deepen and attune and bring through more aligned present transmissions so that each video is an activation, a transmission, an attunement, a remembrance, a joyful remembrance. And to bring in the sweetness of joy, the healing of joy, and the sacredness of simplicity in a chaotic world, to remember who we truly are through pure frequency, pure resonance, just like the animals. They respond to our energy before our words. They are so attuned to our energy and receptive. That's why it's so beautiful as sensitives and empaths to be around animals and nature, because they're just so pure. With other humans, like it's more challenging because we have unprocessed emotions and karmic entanglements, and there's many layers where animals are generally just pure beingness, pure playfulness, pure joy, pure presence. So this is this little one here on my lap. Woo! Hey. The big ones get a little bit too much for her. They come into her space. Oh, okay, there we go, Teddy, there we go. Oh, as the sun comes in. Okay, so let's continue. And there's Bella over there, beautiful Bella. The five dogs were just around me a few moments ago. It was so beautiful. It's actually what inspired me to put on the video, just to share this moment of beauty and joy and playfulness and crystalline clarity and resourcefulness of frequency and tone, which I am being guided to amplify through the second part of 111 days, to become even more intentional with my own presence, and to really drop away any lingering habits and patterns of performance, attachment, proving my worth, enoughness, lots that I've shared, lots of words being shared. So now, with that dear, dear, beautiful heart and soul and beingness, I invite you to breathe into this moment, into this opportunity of presence, of breath, and allowing your body to fully receive your conscious breath. As the abdomen relaxes, the rib cage expands, the chest expands, to welcome that breath, welcome that life force energy. And exhale, let out a tone, a sigh, release from the jaw and the neck and the shoulders, letting go any tension, any anxieties, any pressures to be other than who you truly are, and other than where you truly are, and other than how you actually are in this now moment. And to recognize that push and pull between past and future is where a lot of the friction happens, and the tension. And it's a beautiful creation. It's created this linear time to give us the perception of there's a past, and really our past is just memories, right? And we can we can perpetuate and repeat those memories in our thoughts, in our emotional field. But really, those moments are actually, it's done. It's done. Now, present time, what's actually present? The future as well. It's a beautiful thing to dream up the future, as long as we're utilizing our imagination of the future for what it is that we truly desire, rather than perpetuated on fear. And often we're taking what happened in the past and we're jumping it into the future. So that's how the mind tends to work, the unconscious mind. But as we become conscious, we reclaim ourselves in the sacred art of our remembrance field, remembrance of who we are before, as a soul, before duality, before we got enmeshed and entangled in the 3D duality perceptional lens, stories, conditionings, programs, the Matrix. If you watch the Matrix movie, it's a good indicator of what we've been living and what we're awakening up out of. So just breathing with that beautiful heart, beautiful soul, beautiful presence. Yeah. I can feel emotion there. Just let yourself receive the remembrance as I allow myself the deep remembrance of who you truly are beyond the seeming external chaos and conflict and disappointments and divisiveness and so much forgetfulness of who one truly is. So welcome yourself with your breath into your own sacred heart of presence, into your pelvis, into your belly, your abdomen, your womb, if you're a woman, into your pelvis, if you're a man, just to ground down, to be here now, both human and divine, awakening to remember, to feel deeply as frequency, to remember that our feeling body is our capacity to feel the resonance of frequency. And that's our, what we call our gut feeling, or our intuition. We feel something is off. Okay. What gets our yes, what gets our no. So important to discern your true deep inner yes and no. And it's not about judgment, not about going into the mind and overthinking and justifying. It's just simply going, not interested. No, that's a no for me. Don't need to justify it. You don't, and this is where self-trust comes in. Deepening that trust in your inner yes, your inner no, and having that self-respect and self-honoring of your own energetic field. And this is the recognition of who you truly are as a sensitive, attuned being, and to recognize the value of strengthening that muscle. That's what inner alignment is. Align and shine. To align with your true divine inner temple of remembrance, of wholeness, of holiness, with the remembrance of before you entered this realm, before you were birthed into duality, and your soul got entangled in the karmic patterns of forgetfulness, of unforgiveness, of unlovability, of whatever it was that now you're awakening up out of. Your soul is so ready to put it down. Put down the old arguments, put down the old tension, put down the old conflicts, put down the ego identities need to be right, and keeping itself in misery and unhappiness because of the fear. The fear was it better the devil which, except that is actually crucifying. It's actually causing the suffering. And that, to me, is what Jesus came to help humanity recognize. Put down the cross. Put down the sacrifice. Put down the suffering. Resurrect yourself. Remember, you're not the body. You're having an experience through your body. You're having an experience. Your soul is having an incarnational experience through your embodiment, feet on the ground, through the senses. But release the shackles of beliefs that has attached itself so deeply into this identity, into patterns. To soften all that, to soften, that's the awakening. That's the awakening. No matter how challenging life is, and often the more challenging it is, the flip side is it's an invitation to soften. It's an invitation to unclench. It's an invitation to give up the fight, to just have no energy for it. As the soul calls you back in to go, hey, remember who you are. You're not this limited identity. You are a sacred being of unconditional love. And now, as we come inwards and integrate those aspects of the soul expression, and they bring their wisdom together, the too much and the not enough, they bring their wisdom together. And those aspects that felt too much or not enough, when they come together, they can unify. They can unify both those perspectives. And that's what gives us the depth of understanding and compassion and wisdom and grace. And then we can walk with that. And then once we've integrated that within ourselves, we just don't, it's unfathomable. It's just not available to us, or we're not interested in judging it in others, because there's just so much compassion, because you're like, oh yeah, there's such an insight to, that's why the old soul, the wisdom of the old soul is so valuable to this planetary upgrade, this awakening into remembrance, to guide, to walk with compassion, because there's so much depth and experience there. Once the old souls can reclaim self-worth, that's a big one, to feel worthy enough and to forgive and to put down what is no longer serving, especially self-sacrifice, overgiving from depletion, and not truly honoring and listening to the body and trusting the soul. So coming in, reconnecting, which is aligning, breathing, grounding, dropping into presence, softening the jaw and the neck and the shoulders that have carried so much, that have held back so much voice, so much tone, so much expression. So letting that go and allowing it to be easy. The waterfall, crystalline light, let's invite that in now. As my words percolate, bring to the surface, and now let's bring in the shower of light, crystalline, beautiful light. Just allowing yourself to relax, to receive through this transmission, through this video, through this resonant field, moving down through the head and the neck and the shoulders and the arms and the hands, down through the torso, the chest and the back and the belly. Just releasing those old codes of harshness, harsh judgments on self, on others, scarcity, not enough, too much. Just releasing all that energy, programmed into the neural pathways, into the nervous system, into that survival mode. Just allowing the nervous system now to calibrate into a higher frequency of crystalline light. And that crystalline light is bringing through the remembrance that you are loved, you are enough, you are innately, inherently worthy just for your very existence and presence on the earth. The crystalline light that holds and carries the codes of remembrance, that you are connected, you have not been forgotten, you are not broken, you are not late, you are not doing this life thing wrong. Releasing those old memories and lineages of perceptions, of inherent beliefs in inherent wrongness, having to prove yourself other than. Moving down through the pelvis, moving down through the legs, this crystalline waterfall down through the legs, washing, cleansing, purifying, acclimating, transmuting. Breathe with it, receive, allow deep through your cellular nature, beautiful being. Receive, 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 allow, allow, allow. Trust. Trust that it can be this easy. Open yourself up to receive, to acknowledge, to declare for yourself. I allow it. I am open to the possibility of greater ease. I invite in crystalline ease. I invite in all that love me unconditionally, my guides, my angels, my galactic family, my ancestral support team, the earth guardians and elements. I invite you all now to support me in the remembrance of who I truly am before I got told who to be, who I was, whether it was handed down epigenetically through the lineage, whether it was just what was role modeled as I was growing up in the childhood, whether it was what you were told at school by a teacher, by an older peer, whether it was what you've taken on from so-called experts. Just, yeah, inviting in that sense of readiness, readiness to remember, readiness to be held, and to soften the seeker of it somewhere out there other than, and to come back in and recognize that it's a remembrance, it's a softening inwards, it's a recalibration of the nervous system to soften, to calibrate into a new story of resonance, of safety, safety to relax, safety to be held, safety to breathe deeply, to be in this rhythmic breath with life, with the body, to allow the body to deeply receive and to recognize the body as this inner temple, this inner sacred temple, to reclaim it in sacredness, release those old dogmatic ideas of sins of the flesh, or even the Buddhist ideas of the body, of getting, like, transcending out of the body. Some of these are old paradigm stuff now that belong to an old Piscean age. Now we're in the Aquarian age, and it's the remembrance of our body. Our body is acclimating and changing. The DNA is awakening into a more amplified, expansive. Let me see. Let me drop in a little bit deeper to share that. The body's becoming more crystalline light. And in that, it shifts how the body operates, how it communicates. As we remember who we are as a soul, not just on this realm, but as a multidimensional being of light, of love, and choosing this earth realm and the bigger picture of why our soul has chosen to be incarnated through this human embodiment and the implication of that on a galactic level, on a universal level. So this is all that we're acclimating into, be able to hold more of that information, of that remembrance without without separation, without making ourselves separate, without making ourselves small, so that we can meet ourselves in a more expansive way. We can meet our galactic families, our soul kin in a more in a way that is honoring and respectful, recognizing the value of who we are, who they are, and to be able to recognize a greater mission, if you like, to support the earth and the harmonization of the earth, of our humanity as a galactic race, and and become a citizen of a galactic, recognize ourselves as part of a galactic citizenship. So all of this feels very much like it's amplifying over the next few years, decades. Yeah. But however, for now, the simplicity of it is that joy is the frequency of your being, joy of being, the new earth job. Your new earth job truly is your joy of being. And if you are not feeling the joy of your being, all that really is saying to you is that there's emotional content that hasn't been fully met, fully expressed, fully acknowledged, fully reconciled within you. And so then it's about creating healthy ways to give yourself that expression, whether through journaling, through art, through speaking, through dance, through hugging a tree, through being with animals, somewhere you feel safe enough to really be present to what is asking to be acknowledged, to be felt without judgment. And these energies can feel like this. And as we come into integration, we're bringing them inward. So what felt like this is the duality, the polarity. We bring them into wholeness, so they come back into facets of this inner crystalline wisdom that we get to emanate. The more that we embody that, the more that we lean into that, the more that we allow. And in that, there is nothing to prove, because we're just being what is inherent within us, what is honest, what is true, what is authentic, in the moment to moment, just like now. The doggies were around me, and I just felt, wow, this would be so fun to share this transmission of joyfulness, of resonance. Beautiful crystalline light codes. So much here for us to truly receive. So I invite you to allow yourself to fully receive what is here for you. Be mindful if you're busy doing something, if you need to allow yourself, if you haven't felt a shift, if you haven't really felt, then I would suggest that you just need to pause whatever you're doing. And maybe that's something, yeah, that is something that I will need to invite more at the beginning of the videos, is to really remember to really to allow yourself to receive, to slow the body down. You may do a little bit of movement, of course, but ultimately, yeah, slowing down, centering in, to really feel the shift in your body, in your energy, in your breath, feeling more flow, more freedom, more ease, more support, more harmonic resonance. Ole ekile ekine la kala hakolo ole ekine ele ekile ekine ele ekile ala akano le kolo olo okolo ele ekine la kala ala akolo ele ekine. Mm. Mm. And so it is. Namaste. I invite you to share what resonated or what shifted in you, what you noticed in the comments. Respond via email, whatever feels nourishing for your heart, whatever feels inspired. As I, relax into the spaciousness of my beingness, to receive your comments, to receive your reflections, to receive your resonance, your voice, your respect, your honoring, your value, your sacred reciprocity of the energy that you've received. Trust your heart, trust your being, trust the inspiration. Love and blessings, love and blessings. And if you'd like to go deeper with me in massage trainings, in beautiful body work, massage, crystalline massage body work, soul touch body work, sacred remembrance of, what it is to truly come back into harmony with the body, for the nervous system to really feel held and safe, to unravel the tensions, and to enjoy the bliss body. So join one of my massage trainings in New Zealand, or invite me to where you are. I am available. I feel like this has been my own initiation of selling my own retreat business and day spa that I had for over a decade. My day spa, 13 years, retreat 9 years, has been so that I am available to be more fluid and adaptable and open to invitation, to magnetize invitations that feel aligned, that feel resonant. Joyful and aligned in multiple levels. I know very much now it's becoming more apparent of the how connected our bodies is with the earth grid, and how, as we retemplate the grid of our bodies, you can think of the meridian lines, the energetic grid of the body, how the more that we harmonize that, the more we're actually grounding into the earth grid and becoming truly divine conduits of new light, of new frequency, directly from source, sourcing directly into the earth grid, and that goes out into the collective consciousness. Really, there's like ley lines, grid lines in the earth. That's why there's special places on the earth that hold a deep resonance for people, that people get activated, like Egypt, for example, the temples in Egypt and other places, because they activate these old remembrance codes when we were at a higher frequency and when we were more connected, and that remembrance of our sacredness, the Atlantean timelines, the Lemurian timelines, and so forth, when we remembered that we were very much connected to the stars and to our star lineage. So all of that is coming back online, and then it's grounding it. And that's where, yeah, my passion for body work and massage, to really support the body, release the old programming tensions, feelings, where it hasn't felt safe, survival codes, and repatterning, bringing in this crystalline light through breath, through presence, through touch, sacred touch, that holds that remembrance and that sacredness again, and that stillness. So yeah, it's so much more than yeah, there's so many levels to it. And also, I share quantum healing hypnosis sessions, facilitate them for over a decade, trained with Dolores Cannon in 2013, 2014, before she made her transition. So grateful. My heart guided me so strongly to those trainings. So also very happy to do group, to give a taster to a group, to tap, to tune in, to tap into childhood stuff, past lives, galactic heritage, to go into that quantum field by shifting brainwave states and connecting to the higher self, and so forth. And one-on-one sessions, of course, which I offer online via Zoom, or in person if we're in the same location. And also, on top of that, really, yeah, I am available to, yeah, as a frequency weaver, harmonic frequency holder, harmonic weaver, just to support circles and groups to come into harmonic communications in resonant field. Yeah. So one of my own lifetimes, I've been a Palladian harmonic diplomat. So yeah, that is very much in my field. I have been, in 2022, I got a direct guidance that just came in through my spine, just a download, if you like. And it was divine. It was Divine Love Ambassador 2022, Divine Love Ambassador 2025, Galactic Ambassador. So I'm feeling very much this whole year has been preparing me to really expand more into the embodied awareness, the grounded awareness, and allowing as a multidimensional healer, weaver, frequency holder, grounder, and this amplified awareness of what my soul truly already knows about frequency and energies, and how to orchestrate, how to architect on that deeper level, and remembering that everything actually is frequency, frequency before form. So all of this that we see around us began as frequency, began in the imagination, began in the in the feeling of the possibility. And then through amplifying that thought form, that imagination, and then, yeah, comes into expression. So that's a whole manifestation thing. And it's a beautiful thing to remember, so that we can empower ourselves around utilizing our faculties to really focus in a way to create from the frequencies that we truly desire: joy, love, peace, harmony, well-being, playfulness. Yo-yo, are you annoying? Are you annoying? Teddy. Oh, so we'll leave it on this note. We'll leave it on the yo-yo note. Mwah. You are so cute. You are so cute. You are so cute. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, lots there for you to receive and remember. So good. Feels so good. Feels so good. I feel like I've been doing some deep work the last week, being here with the doggies in this place to really feel and be with some real old survival codes, if you like, and memories and ancestral stuff in my nervous system. And now it's trust infused presence to amplify more trust infused presence, so that I'm operating, or I'm what's the word, orientating from there, rather than any sense of forgetfulness and being in that survival, proving, pressure, not enough, too much. And at the same time, honoring that, all of it. However, I do feel so strongly stepping into 2026 for myself and for many of us, which is why I felt so strongly around this, my word of the year alignment for 2025. And then align and shine. That's that transformed into 111 days to align and shine. And it's been a real calling inward to show up in the messy and the magic, in the human challenge, in the human intensity, and to bring in that divine remembrance, divine joy, and divine love, and divine trust and divine surrender, and all of it. Okay, there you go, my loves. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for just being open. Thank you for the resonance. Thank you for the love. Yeah, thank you for the presence. And so it is. Namaste.